Hello everybody and welcome to my channel once again. My voice is slightly decapitated because I went to the Daisies this past weekend and I screamed too much for Oxfam dancers. So excuse me if I sound a bit raspy. It's been almost a week since I came back from the Daisies, but you know, that's how fun it is when you're out there. So, a few myths that I think are developing from women who have short natural hair, and while we're doing that, I'm going to show you guys my moisture routine, because this is one of the things that women with short natural hair tend to think they can skip, or that they don't have to do, or that they don't have to do correctly in order for their hair to be okay on account of it being short. So the products I use and will always use on my channel are called Earthy. Please don't ask me to use any other products from any other range, because listen, I tried. I actually did give it a try and my hair was like, Winsan, what are you doing? What's happening? So I only use Earthy for my hair. This is also the products that are available on my Instagram page called Earthy_Nolly. First thing I'm going to be using is the moisture mist. As you can see, there's lemon tea tree. I'll also be using the healthy hair oil, which has 16 super oils in it, and I'll also be using the healthy hair butter over there. So we're just gonna talk and fix our hair because, okay, myth number one, I can wash it every day. No, you cannot, because your hair needs moisture every day, not water. And even though moisture comes from water, there's a difference between the two. So this thing is called a moisture mist, right? And it's water based. Yona itself, it's water, but when it comes out, it's misty. There's a difference. I'm not pouring this thing on my head. I'm getting mist out of it to hydrate my hair from root to tip. And what I generally like to do is just to apply it on my scalp first and then apply it on my roots. So women with short hair tend to think they can wash their hair every day because like it's so nice because it's short, you can hop in the shower and get everything wet, and it's like, no, actually you can't do that. You shouldn't do that, because you're basically running water through your own natural oils and whatever product you might have applied onto your hair, and thus not giving it a chance to properly absorb. You're also creating an environment that you're going to have to either air dry or towel dry, and if you're doing it too often, it's also not conducive for you to having and retaining moisture at a regular basis. So don't wash your hair every day, especially not with soap. This feels so nice. Myth number two, I don't need to moisturize my hair every day because it's short. Well, short as it is, it's still hair. It still needs moisture, just like those of us who have, you know, long hair. Your hair is still hair, and therefore it does need moisture. What decides whether or not your hair needs moisture is your hair type, and that what also, no, not your hair type, it's your hair porosity. And it also decides how your hair reacts to moisture. So if you have high porosity, your hair absorbs a lot of moisture but also loses moisture quickly. If you have a low porosity, your hair doesn't absorb as easily and heavy oils tend to sit on your hair and it doesn't absorb fully. So whether your hair is long or short, you will need moisture, especially if it's natural, especially if you struggle to style it as well. So the best thing to save a head of hair that is like, you know, got you discombobulated is just to keep it hydrated. So if your hair is hydrated and moisturized, you can kind of get away with it not looking particularly fab every day. Okay, myth number two, my hair is short, I cannot style it. Well, your hair is short, you don't need to style it. I remember when I had short hair, all I had to do was unravel my bantu knots, finger through, and that was it. Because it's already so short, it naturally takes the shape of an afro, because it's a teeny weeny afro. It's always round. Unlike us who have long hair, you have, you know, one good twist out here, one that doesn't want to obey you here, and one that just doesn't want to lay down this side. So when you actually have short hair, you can get away with doing a lot more with your hair with minimal to little effort. When it comes to like moisturizing your hair, if you're gonna use the healthy hair combo, I would recommend on a daily basis at least using the moisture mist, which is what I've applied. Ooh, what a blunder! Moisture mist first, and then the healthy hair oil. This is just to hydrate your hair and to seal the oil in. So you don't really need to style your hair very often. You can honestly get away with so much more when your hair is shorter. I mean, long hair is only fun. Everyone thinks long hair is more fun. That's not more fun. It's more work. Product lasts longer, and so because you don't need to use a lot of product in order to hydrate your hair. And moisturized my scalp. I'm just moisturizing the length of my hair. Let's see if you guys can see this. My hair is really starting to pop out. So basically what I do, I squeeze the oil into my hair in patches like that. I don't run it through. If you take a look at Miss Peach's 1000 video, she advises that you actually not rub it down, because that just makes your hair fluff out even more, and mine is really fluffing out quite a bit. So I'm basically taking the residual oil that's left from my scalp and applying it onto the length of my hair, so that my hair is also hydrated, because you don't want to unravel this and find that your hair is dry. Myth number 5, my hair is short, I cannot braid. Well, if you go to a stylist who knows what they're doing and your hair is long enough for them to grip, you should be able to get braids out of your hair. What you shouldn't do though is try to get braids that are too thin. If you get braids that are too thin, and if you get braids too close to your edges, then you are putting too much weight on a strand of hair, because braids, despite how light they feel on your hand, it's still weight on your hair. So you want to get parts that are big enough to withstand the weight of the actual braid. The last step that I'm doing now in the lock method over here is applying this amazing butter onto the length of my hair. This part I'd recommend doing at night, because it's summer now and it's going to melt nicely, but just to be sure you don't get residue that shows throughout the course of the day, I'd recommend doing this part at night. It is not nighttime, but I'm not going anywhere. And as soon as I sleep, I'm going to put on my satin scarf to go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, any possible residue would have melted away. You can of course apply this also onto your scalp, but I prefer mostly on my hair, because I do have high porosity actually. So I don't want my hair to miss out on any moisture, because at this point my hair is moisturized from the moisture mist, and I've sealed in the moisture with the healthy hair butter. And your eyes are not deceiving you, you're not hallucinating. I do have black and purple hair on my head. This time I went black on top and then purple at the bottom, because kind of keep it professional. But it's part of the back. Ew. So those are the myths that I have. If you'd like to share any more notions about short hair that you believe or would like to have debunked, leave a comment. If you have any notions about your own hair that you want to know are true or false, leave a comment as well. And if there's any other issue you want to tackle when it comes to natural hair, leave a comment and let's talk about it. Love my edges, guys. Look at my edges. I know my skin is super oily right now. I've just come from gym and I used a really oily moisturizer for my face, which is bad considering that I do have oily skin. Look at those edges. Okay, so the best way to do this is with moisture mist and butter. I'm just putting butter right now, so it's not quite cooperating. And I'm not a fan of laying my edges. I just want them neat. Okay, there we go. Only slay queens lay their edges, but I can do it because I'm real. I'm just kidding. So that's all for today. Don't forget to leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe and do all the other things wherever the button shows up on your screen, and I will see you guys on the next episode.